just like winks, and our man Tommy Papley's a big part of that. G'day, Tom.
Hey, boys, how are we?
Oh, look at the Papsar. Look at him. What's doing there? What's hanging on the back of your door? Can you see?
What is it? Oh,
it's like some sort of
it's a bit of a
cowboy hat.
Cowboy hat, I don't know.
Oh,
I got my early crow hat on, though, so that's all right.
Oh, yes.
yes. And look at that little room. Geez, your room's clean.
Yeah, it's a spare room. It's just a nice little TV there, and that's all right.
Might need a bit of a paint job.
So, Tommy, why? What's going on? Like in the off-season, could you sense something was brewing for the Swannies?
Yeah, I think obviously we've had sort of a young list for a while, a young talented list. Still are young, but we're pretty experienced for how young we are. And I think the pre-season we really worked on some stuff that we needed to work on, our defence and offence. Our offence is always there. We've got some really elite kicks, but we worked on the defence a fair bit, and that's held us in good stead. And I think, like every good team, the defence comes first. So once we get that right, we're pretty sorted.
Perhaps you look like a very sort of close-knit team. Like I see I saw you at the golf course. You're playing with some of your teammates, but when someone gets a goal, you're all getting around it. Is that the sort of feeling? Is that contributing to this 6 in a row?
Yeah, definitely. It's we're a very close-knit group because with our side, there's a lot of people come interstate, like every sort of interstate team with the AFL. Everyone comes interstate. You don't have many sort of mates outside of footy. You sort of just got the boys inside the club and see them every day. Go out for dinners, a few beers on the weekend. It's great. We're a very close-knit group, and we've been working on that, sort of getting around each other this year, so it's been great to see.
For the rugby league audience who tune in, this is the great man we're speaking to, Tommy Papley. Here he is, just cruising past Carlton.
One down by Pitnet. Spits around Sydney's way. Papley from 50. Oh, he's not even watching. He knows the tone. And doesn't he love it?
Have a look at him.
He's an early turner. He's an early turner, Brian.
So when you mean that, so you just kicked it and you just walked away. Like when I do that when I'm playing 10-pin bowling, because I know it's going to be a strike, so I just turn. Do you do that? Is that what he's talking about there? You've kicked it and you've just turned.
Oh yeah, it was. I was sort of on the run, and I knew I hit it nicely, so I just turned to the boys and got around them, so it was good.
Is that something you do? Is that what would that be classified?
Well, look at his hat.
Yeah, I know. Is it? Yeah, I know it's the early crow, but could you be construed as being a wanker doing something like that? Perhaps, like no, from opposition opposition players. Is that like a bit of a sledge?
No, I'm sure a lot of opposition players wouldn't like me. I know that much.
Yeah.
But no, it's all right. I think it was. If you watched it, it probably wasn't. It wouldn't look too bad. It was sort of going straight through straight away, so it was all right.
Okay.
Yeah, the early crow. I don't mind that at all, Brian. Mate, what's your name did it as well? The Broncos, Jock Madden. He kicked it. So as I've told you this before, when you become a lead commentator one day, Brian, there's a field goal being shaped up, or Tom Papley from the 50.
You look at the player.
Just watch the player. Don't watch the post.
Yep.
And as soon as you see TP turn around,
right,
or Jock Madden turn around, you know she's gone straight through.
Hey, perhaps what about...
Bit like
sorry, brother.
Sorry, a bit like you know when you bomb one down the coast and you just don't even worry about watching. You just pick the tee up.
That doesn't happen. Although me and Juzzy Horro won the 2-ball last week. If you had a look, did you play last week? Were you out there?
Yeah, I was shocked. Yeah, it was shocking. It was like a mud pit.
Yeah, how many points?
27.
Oh.
What about the thievery from these blokes?
I got 36 Oz ET.
What about the thievery from these blokes? They won by 4 and they missed a hole. He didn't even play the first hole.
No, he wiped.
You didn't even score on the first hole.
I did. He wiped. Horro wiped. My scorecard wasn't up there.
Did you play 18 holes?
Yeah.
Okay.
My scorecard wasn't up there. Handy put his on.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Tommy, what about you knocking around the Volk? Is the Volk on the bandwagon? What's happened there?
Yeah, he come in on Friday and come and talk to us. He did a really good Q&A, actually. It was great. We actually took a lot out of it, and we took it into Friday night's game. It's funny, he was talking about some when things aren't going right, and obviously we didn't have some things go right in our game, and we sort of took some stuff from what he was saying on Friday night, and we used that. So it was actually pretty handy. It sort of come as a coincidence, I suppose, but yeah, it was really good to listen to. He talked about some of his fights, and where he was in some really bad positions and problem solved to get out of it. And just a lot of mentality stuff as well. He's a very mentally strong man.
What about how he's settling into Sydney town, Brian? So he's, when they talk about socialites, they talk about Roxy Jasenko.
Yeah.
Who else?
Rico and Kate.
Kate and Rico. Yeah. And Tom Papley has joined that now. Fashion Week, AJC, Mitchy Moses. We saw that. The influencer.
Were you at Fashion Week, Tom?
Me? Nah, I wasn't there.
Are you sure?
Nah. You probably popped down there, didn't you?
That's not my go. I'm 50. I'm not doing any of that bizzo. Mate, how's the horses?
Nah, I'm not doing that.
How's your horses going?
Yeah, I've got Get a Fix, the good one.
Yeah.
Well, meant to be a good one. It ran in the Group 2 in the autumn. That's come back to the O'Shea's this week, actually. So hopefully we can get a trial in about a month or so's time, 4 to 6 weeks, and probably have 2 trials and get into it for the spring. So I think we're looking at it's a Magic Millions horse. So if we can get the 3-year-old Magic Millions, that's the dream, and see what happens.
I'm coming up then. Can you get me tickets? Can you get us tickets? Up for the
Magic Millions? We'll win the race and then we'll go buy 10 horses. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Beautiful.
After that.
Dividend reinvestment plan. We like that. Bella Nipotina. What a horse Bella Nipotina is. Like, just so honest, Brian.
I was on Private Eye.
Yeah, good horse. Loves it a little bit soft and like the wet ground. Willow gave it an absolute peach, didn't he? So, it was right over the top of I Wish I Win.
And some of the prices won it too over the years. Like, you're just out of sight, out of mind, and then bang, here she comes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ma knows how to get it going.
Perhaps what's happened to the Lions? They got belted by the Tigers, 120 points. What's going on up there? I thought they won.
No.
Oh, they beat Richmond.
One way around.
They beat Richmond. Sorry,
yeah.
But the Lions they were going bad though, weren't they?
Yeah, they've had a fair few injuries. They sort of started a little bit slower and lost a couple of early games, but they're definitely a good side still. They'll get their mojo back, and I'm sure they'll push for a final spot late in the year.
I was getting all these weird WhatsApp messages about their off season. It sounded like I was reading a rugby league.
Vegas?
Oh, heavy. How much of that was true? Or was it just all made up? Because it sounded fantastic. I would love to have been around that sort of gang, but it sort of that they were making excuses, weren't they? That was the excuse from the media up there. Perhaps was it?
Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't want to go into too much of that.
Fair enough.
Oh, no further questions, Your
Well,
Honour.
this is what I do. I've got my journalistic hat on. And Sugar, you tell Paps when I go in down this road.
Oh, yeah.
There's no coming back.
Brian, you know, they're leading by 6 points. They're winning a half. The Swans are absolutely flying. How's your next month look, Pap?
We've got Bulldogs coming up. Go down Thursday night this week at Etihad, or I think it's Marvel now. So Doggies going all right. They've sort of got their game going again. So we go down there and then we've got a bye. So looking forward to a break and should be good.
Beautiful, Brian.
I wasn't listening. Sorry.
Oh, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
They're playing the Bulldogs this week, he said.
No, I know, but Brooksy was asking me to ask him about the old man. On Instagram last night, was the old man just stepping in a few dim sims? And you're not one of those people
Sean the trader.
Yeah. Do you film other people while they're eating, Thomas? Because if you do, that's a pretty rank go.
Well, he loves his dimmies and his hot dogs and all that stuff. And he was saying he'll have 20 dim sims on Saturday. Like he was on Saturday, he was saying this to me, and he'll have 20 dim sims tomorrow, being Sunday. And he's polished off 20 dim sims throughout the day. He had for lunch and dinner.
Did he have them fried or steamed?
He changed it up. Some were fried, some were steamed, so he could have changed it up.
And what about what condiment? What's he dipping them in? Is he soy sauce or is he sweet and sour sauce? I reckon he'd be sweet and sour.
Yeah. Soy sauce.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a steamed dim sim man though. They're good.
I'm thinking about that now, Brian.
They're good. You got to have the good ones though, like the marathon dim sims. You know, not like the you get them from they're called marathon dim sims. You know when you used to go to like a local rugby match or footy game and you get the good as steamed dimmies?
Yeah, from like the Bay Marie. Yeah. They've been in there for like 4 or 5 weeks. Those ones.
Yeah, those ones. Yeah, they're the good ones.
Well, now you're a socialite. And you're going to Fashion Week. You're going to races and all that. How many times a week are you going to Mr. Wong's?
Oh, that is a good joint. That's a good joint. I haven't been there a while, but I've been there.
That's where all the social.
China Doll. Toddy's a big one.
Toddy's,
China
yeah.
Doll. Toddy's big one.
Where's Toddy's at?
Well, there's one in Bondi and there's one in Rozelle. That's where Kenty went.
Oh.
That's where he was.
Oh, right.
When yeah. All that sort of gear.
Yes. Pap, mate, appreciate you sharing a bit of time with us, and apologies we're a bit late to get to you, but that big news about Brad Arthur obviously dropped. All the best for the Swannies, and please stay in touch, young man.
We'll do it. Cheers, boys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Paps. I'll see you Wednesday.
The influencer, the early crower, the early turner.
Early turner.